welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, so am I. We're in this together. Along with me for my final week of my nurse assisting class. I'm so nervous. I know I've been saying I'm so excited for literally everything, but I am very excited. I'm a very excited person these days. I can't believe we're here. 2 lectures and 2 labs left. We're doing mock testing on Thursday. I have a biology exam because I am taking my biology class this semester as well. But then the week following, I will have my skills testing and my written final exam for my nurse assisting course. And then we get to take our state boards and become a certified nurse assisting. I am manifesting that I am going to pass the class. I am smart, I am intelligent, I have been practicing, I will pass this class, and I will move into the next phase of my life, which is taking one more biology prerequisite before I apply for nursing school in the fall. How exciting. So yes, let's pass this nursing class, and then that weekend on the Friday, I will have my pinning ceremony for the CNA class, and then Saturday, we're probably just going to take a breather. I also signed up for the CrossFit Open. So I have my first CrossFit Open workout this Friday. Our gym does a Friday Night Lights. And then the next Friday I will be missing it just because of my pinning ceremony. And the week following will be the final CrossFit Open workout, which I will be able to focus on more fully. So yes, it's going to be an exciting time. So let's get going. So today is Sunday, February 23rd, and I do have a lot to get done today. I have to go to Costco still to get my proteins and food for the week. I also have a wedding today for one of my close book friends, and I met her through my previous job, so there's one thing I'm grateful for that came out of my old job, and that's really exciting. Although I won't be able to spend the full time at the wedding with her, I'm gonna go and do what I can, because then I have to come back home and start studying for my second biology exam, as well as get a head start on a lot of the assignments that I have due this week. So this weekend has just been crazy busy. That's basically what we have on the schedule today. So I am gonna do my regular base makeup for the wedding for the sake of being like super transparent, and that's what I've always aspired to be, is just transparent online, because what you see is what you get. I am who I am, and I do not change. I mean, I do change, I do evolve, I do grow, but what I'm saying is, like, I won't change for the sake of fitting in. So I will be authentically me. I will make mistakes, I will say the wrong things, but I will grow from that and I will learn from it. Super wise words for a Sunday morning. As I was doing my makeup, and I previously had mentioned that I am working with a coach, but she is very focused on hormones, balancing, healing your gut, healing your metabolism, all the amazing things that us as women, we don't really look into, because we just think we need to lose weight, be the smallest version possible, not take up space. And whenever life changes and throws things at us, like we gain weight, we lose it. It just a roller coaster of just thinking that we need to look a certain way. However, for like the last 5 years of my life, I have grown out of that mindset. So I am not like your aesthetic looking thinner version. I have always been, and will probably always be, a thicker girl. And I am very happy with like who I am. But that's not to say that there isn't stuff like going on internally that I want to heal, because I have been like chronically dieting for like 5 years, which I didn't realize, and it definitely destroyed my metabolism. It destroyed my gut. And so the whole point of working with my coach is to heal my body. And I have been very resistant to change, and I will openly admit that. She very much focuses on, eliminating gluten and dairy. And initially I kind of went into it and I was like, okay, And then I was like, there's too many things going on right now. It's too stressful. And she has been amazing with working with me. But where I wanted to go with this is like, as I was doing my makeup, like before I decided to start like going gluten-free and dairy-free, I have always tried to keep dairy out. I knew that I was lactose intolerant, so that's just something I've always wanted to step away from. But I noticed that I don't really get acne on my face. Like my face is actually something that like I do have acne scarring from when I was a teenager, and my hormones were changing when I was a kid. So I definitely have a lot of like scarring from it, and I'm trying to see if there's any way to fix it. But if not, I'm human. That's just proof that I grew and lived and went through puberty. So the only time that I get acne is actually in my neck area, and it is one of my biggest insecurities. And again, for the sake of being transparent for YouTube, I'm not going to hold back on that. Like filming from this angle down, it just makes me a little nervous because putting yourself online is an incredibly vulnerable place to be in. And I always want to be open about things. So it's like, I did realize that after doing like a quick Google search, I'm like, why the heck am I getting acne on my neck? It is because it is hormonal acne. Now, pinpointing the reason why I get the hormonal acne, I can be referred to an endocrinologist, but when I did go gluten-free for at least 3 weeks, normally I get the hormonal acne like a week before my period is to start. So when I did go gluten-free for like 3 weeks, I noticed that I didn't really get the hormonal acne the week before my periods was supposed to start. And now that I'm fully back on gluten, and I've had dairy a lot these past couple days, I just noticed a huge flare up in my neck area. And so I'm kind of like, now that I'm in like introduction to biology classes and introduction to nursing and introduction to learning about the body, I just think that it's too crucial that we only get this one life and this one body, and we have to listen and take care of it as best as we possibly can with the resources we have available, with just the knowledge that we have available. And so, like I said, I am willing to grow and change. And for the sake of authenticity to myself, I also need to listen to my body. I realized that I filmed that whole entire words of wisdom, vulnerable post or vulnerable clip without my eyes being done. And hey, that's okay. I wear makeup because I think it's so fun and it makes me feel beautiful, but I am and will always recognize that I am beautiful without it. And if I go a day without it, I don't need it. But I do enjoy makeup because it makes me feel productive as well. I can obviously be productive without makeup on, but to be able to do it and get things done in my day, I enjoy it. So, also makeup's just fun to play with. Like, I watch my mom get ready almost every single day of her life, and I grew up with sisters who loved playing with makeup, and they're my two oldest sisters, and I was just like, whatever scraps of makeup they would leave me, whatever clothing, whatever shoes, clothes, well, not shoes because I didn't have the same size feet as them, whatever hand-me-downs they could give me, I hoarded all of it because they always had like the best fashion sense. They always had the best makeup. My nieces are 18, 16 years old, and they do their makeup so freaking well. Like, this generation of girls just know how to do their makeup, whether it be TikTok, YouTube, whatever, who raised them to do makeup that well. I'm a little jealous because they should have gone through their green eyeliner phase or blue eyeshadow phase like I had to, and then be bullied for it. So I'm a little jealous there. But they definitely know how to do their makeup. Yeah, it's 11:40 right now. My husband and I are going to get going to Costco. Yes, I am going to film a Costco haul because we have a lot of groceries we need to get today. So it is my last clinical 4 of 4. I did not want to wake up this morning. I'm going to be so real with you. So let's go, and I will see you at 6 o'clock. We are done with our last clinical for my CNA class. This was clinical 4 of 4. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I got to work here. Honestly, I did a little bit more of like a deep dive into like salary information and stuff with my CNA, just because I want to get like a realistic view of like what it's like to work for a corporate hospital as a CNA. My goal is to be able to work through nursing school. I brought my Crocs today. Very proud of myself for remembering them. So I just put my shoes in the back and took them off before I got in the car. Hand sanitize before we get in the car. I'm wearing my glasses today because my eyesight was really, really bad, and we have to do like our final vitals check off. And for some reason on the sphygmomanometer, I can't see like the little lines, and they're very crucial because they go up in increments of 20, and the numbers are bolded in 20, but 10 doesn't have like, the 10th increment doesn't have like a number. So you have to be very, very, very cautious with that, because you can only be off by 8 and 6. 8 for the systolic and 6 for the diastolic. So it's a pretty good range to be within, but still, like, I had to put on my glasses because I couldn't really see, and it's like crazy when you put on your glasses you can actually see things. The reason I don't like wearing them is because I get the indents, and I also think that my frames are really small, so I want to get like bigger frames. However, this morning was pretty brutal just because I had to force myself out of bed, and for some reason I was just moving way too slow. It took me a while to get here. My makeup took me forever. Everything just kind of took me forever. So it's not that I got here late. I got here at like 5:27, and we walk in at like 5:30. So last time I was here like 10 minutes early. This time I was here 3. So yeah. So I'm going to head home. My loving husband already got me a reward, which is our afternoon soda. I'm a Dr. Pepper Zero girly until I die. I love me my diet Dr. Pepper, or Dr. Pepper Zero, because there is a difference between zero and diet. However, I had this Alani, sorry, that just seems so influencer, but I tried the Strawberry Sunrise Alani today, and it's good. It tastes like strawberry cream soda, if that makes sense. Like, it just tastes very creamy, and it's a little on the sweeter side. I liked the Winter Wonderland one. That's one I've been drinking, but I think it's the orange can. I don't know if it's something Sunset. I'll have to show you the next time, but I'm like almost done with this, and it was very good. Like, I usually drink it around noon for like my little pick-me-up after I have my coffee in the morning. But I finished my lunch today. Did not buy a lunch. I did buy a little bit of a sweet snack because I did forget my protein bar. Very disappointed in myself. The Archer's mini beef sticks. I get these from Costco. Drop my keys. I get those from Costco, and I eat 2 of them a day. They're literally lifesavers. So I'm going to head home. I don't think I'm going to be going to CrossFit today, just because I do have an exam to study for my biology class, as well as my final CNA quiz on Thursday before our final written exam next week. So I'm kind of debating if I want to go to CrossFit today. I get to compete in my first CrossFit Open workout on Friday. I'm so terrified, but we're going to do what we can. Let's pray to God thrusters are not in it. One of these days is going to be my rest day. I don't know if that day's today. I walked a lot today. I'm not as much as I did last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, I hit 10,000 steps basically before I left the hospital. This week, I only hit 7,600. So I'll still get my 10,000 steps before the end of the day. So I would also like to point out that I have been French braiding my hair. Now, don't look at the bump there, but I've only French braided my hair 3 times. This is the 3rd time, and it stayed pretty well. I French braided it yesterday before my CrossFit workout, and I slept on it, and it still looks pretty good. I'm kind of proud of myself. My makeup stayed on really well today. What is up, vlog? So it is Wednesday, February 26th, and I finished up my clinical yesterday. I did a little debrief in my car at the end of the day, and it's kind of crazy that I literally have 1 week and a day left. My hairless cat. That I literally have 1 week and a day left of my CNA class, and I keep preaching like manifestations to myself. I am going to pass my final written exam. I am going to pass my skills test. I am not going to miss any bolded steps. I will not fail. I will get a job as a CNA. It is also on my 2024 bingo card that I accomplished this. And then on Friday, I have my pinning ceremony. So I have a lot of people that are, looking up to me with this, and I'm also looking up to myself with this to accomplish it. So the plan for today is go to my biology class, go to CrossFit, come home, whip up dinner, prepped my food for the next couple days. So I made a batch cook of chicken. I made a batch cook of rice and potatoes. I batch cooked my meals, like meal prepped it, so that I don't have to worry about coming home and cooking, because that takes a long time and I need to focus on saving that energy to study. I wrapped up my last assignment for my CNA class, and it was writing an advanced directive. Just to give a background of what an advanced directive is, if you don't know it, it's essentially writing your living will and power of attorney for if something were to happen and you were on life support, needed life savings, and you couldn't make medical decisions for yourself, who would be the person doing it, and what your decision would be. In my reflection paper, we had 5 questions that we needed to answer in paragraph form. The first question was about whether or not I had been involved in life or death, or like the end of life process. I did kind of tear up a little bit because I kind of explained that I've always been surrounded by death for as long as I can remember. Like, obviously you don't really remember when your like grandparents pass away. My grandparents passed away when I was in high school, and then my parents passed away in my 20s. So I feel like I've always been surrounded by death in some way, shape, or form. It wasn't until my mom and my dad passed where I had it actually affect me directly. And especially more recent with my dad in the past year, I was a part of the end of life process and making a decision about what would be the next step. I learned about when my dad was passing away was also a DNI, which is a do not intubate. My dad was on an intubation when he got brought into the hospital for the last time last year. And when they were explaining to him, like when they took the tube out, if he could not breathe on his own, they would not re-intubate him because it would cause more harm than good, along with not performing CPR. So my dad and my sisters and I had to come to the conclusion that my dad would be a DNR DNI. And when your life transitions from a full code, which is save me at all costs, to this is going to cause more harm than good, just let me pass. I don't know what my dad was feeling to know that like his life was hanging by a thread until you're in that situation. So we basically had to write as our assignment our will and a power of attorney. So in the case something were to happen, now it's not notarized or anything, and our teacher's not going to see it. She just obviously wants to see that you like filled it out and uploaded it. That was pretty interesting, but it makes sense for the last assignment because the last 2 lectures that we're going to have this week are about death and life. So it definitely is a preparation into the hard stuff. You would be surrounded with that kind of stuff. So it's kind of hard to know that I've been a little desensitized to death, but I mean, I'm still an emotional person, so I haven't experienced the death of someone while I've been working. When that happens, I'm sure that it's also going to reshape me, change me, cause a little bit of trauma. So it's just working through that healing process. Now, the goal whenever I do start working is I do want to get back into therapy, because there's no way that I'm going to be able to do all of this by myself and manage everything that's going on in my brain. And I don't want to put all of that onto my husband. Of course, he's going to be there and support me and listen to me and just ensure that I am mentally okay. But I also want to ensure that I have a professional so that he does not have to feel the weight of everything that I'm enduring while I'm working. Therapy is such a beautiful thing, and it helps with the healing journey and the healing process. So that's what I want to do. But yeah, that's my little ramble for this morning. I've talked for like the last 10 minutes, so that'll be fun editing. But I'm just going to go on about my day. So I will check back in with y'all later. Hello vlog, it is 9:30 on Wednesday, February 26th. I have my final quiz tomorrow for my CNA class, and so I'm studying for that right now. Sorry about the glare. I had to wash my hair tonight because it was disgusting from this week. So I'm going to give myself another 35 more minutes of studying. I'm listening to some lo-fi. I'm at my bed. And then I'm gonna go read for about an hour to just calm my nervous system for tomorrow because my blood pressure has been very high. So I'm going to let my hair dry a little bit more, and I have so many band-aids on me. I'll talk about that tomorrow. My husband is already asleep, so that's why I'm whispering, but I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning vlog. It is Friday, March 7th. I'm literally tracking this like a journal diary. It's the funniest thing. However, I started taking all the clips and videos for like a week in my life, and then I realized it just turned into 2 weeks in my life. So here we are. It is so rainy outside today. I live in Arizona and we needed this. We definitely needed the rain. Today is my pinning ceremony day because yesterday I passed my knowledge exam and my skills final for my CNA class. I'm very proud of myself. I'm so grateful for all the people who were like rooting me on, who were supporting me, because I definitely felt like at first it was kind of like a lot of pressure because I'm like, oh, I have a lot of people to let down. And then it translated into I have a lot of people who are on my team and who are rooting for me to succeed. So I am so grateful for that. I also finished Onyx Storm. My heart is not broken because of the ending like it is. My heart is broken that I have to wait 2 years or a year and a half because it comes out in 2027 for the next book. I just mentally cannot fathom waiting that long for answers. So I'm still grieving that, and we're gonna get through it together. But if you want me to do like an Onyx Storm book review, happy to do that as well because I'm an active fantasy book reader. I like wanted to cure my like depression last night, so I did start Quicksilver. I've heard that it's really good. I wanted to start When the Moon Hatched, but it's not on Kindle Unlimited and I do have a Kindle. I'm gonna stop yapping and just get along with my day. I also want to give a big shout out to this whiteboard because I swear to God, had it not been for this whiteboard, I probably would not have passed my skills final. I just got it off Amazon. Literally, it is a double-sided. It locks right here. It came with 4 markers already and this magnetic eraser. So it came with those magnets, that magnetic eraser with 2 marker holders, these 2 markers plus 2 more. And then I just ended up purchasing a couple expo markers. My little library is coming along. Please ignore my drying rack and my Peloton. This is my office. I don't think I've ever really showed it. There's my desk when I used to work from home. We're not going to talk about it. I don't really use it anymore. And then I have a walking pad in here. Desk, I got it from Costco. It's the old version, not the new version. The new version doesn't have the charging nor does it have like all these USB things on the side, and it's curved. The new one is just straight. Hello vlog, it is Monday, March 9th. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I have tried to film just like clips throughout the weekend, but it has been a little crazy. So this past weekend on Friday, I had my pinning ceremony, which you saw. And then on Saturday, I just kind of relaxed and did all of my like house prep. So grocery shopping and cleaning up just a little bit. And then Sunday, I had my state boards exam for my CNA license. So I went and took my knowledge and my skills test at 7:30 in the morning yesterday, and it was hair wash day. I felt so ugly. So I didn't really film yesterday at all because as soon as I got home from my knowledge and skills test, I ended up taking a everything shower. As you could tell, I washed my hair. And then I got out and took the fattest nap, which was well needed. I woke up around like 5:30 and I realized that I hadn't gotten any movement in for the day. So then I went out for a walk and like enjoyed the fresh air. I haven't put on makeup for like the last 2 days and I'm kind of loving it. On a walk and got my 10K steps in, which is something I'm going to be like hyper focusing on this week, is getting in my 10K steps alongside my 4 CrossFit workouts. After my walk, I came home and cooked dinner, just did some shrimp and some like asparagus risotto that I found at Trader Joe's. I'll have to take you guys with me on my Trader Joe's haul next time. Honestly, I was shocked that I took like a 2-hour nap and still was tired enough to go to bed at like 9:30 last night. So, oops, I went to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. But we are well rested, ready to go for the week. I do not have my biology class this week because I am on spring break. Woo woo. So what I'm going to be doing is just catching up on like all the material that I'm not fully understanding for my biology class because there's a lot. I've been really focused on my CNA course, so I kind of put biology on the back burner. So this week is just kind of going to be like starting from the beginning, refreshing all of my memory, making sure that I'm understanding the content and material, because this is the second to last prerequisite that I need before I can apply to nursing school. So I have this biology class, which is like an introduction to biology, and then I have my human anatomy and physiology 1 that I'm taking in the summer. So it's going to be an accelerated course, only 8 weeks, because I want to apply for nursing school in July. That's the goal. I'm going to end this vlog. It's going to be like 2 weeks in my life. It's going to be a long one, so apologies there. But I'm going to end it tonight after I get my results back from my CNA state boards, which I'm 95% sure I passed, but there's always that like 5% inkling that you might not have. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this was a long one, but I am so grateful for those of you who are sticking by me throughout all of this. With that, stay thriving, not surviving, because this is the only life we get and we deserve to thrive. Thank you for watching.